Yo, what's going on with your YouTubes? Jumpman Chris here. We're coming back at y'all with another vid, guys. So sometimes we do on the channel, we do some holds, some sell. What's the resale prediction? Are these Reimagined Bred 4s, are these worth the hold? Are these a brick? Are they even worth it? First of all, I just want to say is, even if it's not, we're not talking about the resale price, I'll just say these are a very dope sneakers. It's definitely a shoe for sneaker heads. And with that being said, if you guys didn't get a W, I probably would just wait just a little bit, especially after the release. This is probably its highest price point. This is where I call the end post buying stage. All right, this is where its highest price point. I mean, before the release, after the shock drop, we saw the prices, right? They're at like $260 to like $280 depending on sizes. Everybody call these a brick. And remind you, these things retail at $215 plus tax. You're looking at $220, and at $260 to sell on the apps, you're basically breaking even. Now, would you consider that a brick? I mean, I guess so. It's just I don't really never knew the point of selling the app if you're just breaking even. I don't know. The little Timmies out there, God bless you. Now we see what happens with every hype release, especially after release date, when people do end up taking L's, or after release date if people just don't get it. You know how it is. Some people just don't know how to cop sneakers. Sometimes it just is what it is. Even though they made tons and tons of pairs of these things. I heard it was literally over about 500,000 pairs in men size only. That's a lot of pairs out there. That is a lot. Like I said, it was a lot of demand. A lot of people really like these. You guys already know Air Jordan 4 is a new rage, and especially it being an OG colorway and it being a reimagined and it's a leather. Some people will say they like the new Buck better. I just say it's the best of both worlds. Before the release, after all the little Timmies and all the undercutting happened after the shock drop, we saw prices around like $260, $280, depending on sizes, right? After release date, we're seeing prices kind of going up. It's like at 3+. It probably won't stay up there that long, especially since there's so many pairs out there and there's going to be a whole bunch of undercutting right after release date. I think it's probably going to stay down, and it's probably going to be staggered around that mid 200s to high 200s for the bigger size. The $1 million question, are the Reimagined 4, are they a good hold? Will they go up in due time? I mean, with it being a 4, and it's a reimagined, and it's an OG colorway, and it's a 4, the 4 hype, it's hard to say it's not a good hold. I mean, I know a lot of people want to compare the OGs, right? The 2019 pair. These are now uppers at the 2019 pairs. These are going up to like 500 to 600 depending on sizes, and that's a pretty good, price increase in the past, like what, 5 years? Now remember, when these first came out, these weren't doing all that great either. And obviously, the 4 hype wasn't all that crazy. I mean, we saw the Black Cat 4s. They were sitting, okay? They weren't doing anything, and now they're going for like crazy amount of bread. But like the OGs, the breads, these weren't doing anything. Matter of fact, some sizes were actually sitting. You could have got some leftover pairs. And I'm thinking you could probably do the same thing with these. You could probably get some leftover pairs. But it's hard to say these things won't go up, it being such a good colorway. I mean, I don't think they'll do better than the 2019 pair, but I definitely can see it go up, and definitely in due time. I expect to at least go up, at least by Christmas time, because we're getting a lot of 4s. We saw what happened with the Reimagined 3s. They're starting to kind of creep up a little bit. I mean, not too much. They were at like at mid 200s. Now they're touching like 320, 300. The good thing about the Reimagined Bred 4s, there's always going to be demand. It's not like a Reimagined 3. It's not like some Jordan 1s and stuff. There's always going to be demand for an Air Jordan 4, especially it being a bread colorway. So I still think they're going to do fine in due time. Maybe if you want to really hold them for a couple years, they could definitely touch around like 400. But I think during probably holiday season, I could see around mid 300s to low 300s, it's because they're gonna go down to like mid 200s. So I see at least a good $50 to $70 increase, and even bigger sizes I could see them at least mid 300s. If we just look at all the other past Air Jordan 4s, especially the good colorways, we're talking about military blacks and also even the canvas. I mean, it being a black Jordan 4, even the canvas Jordan 4s, these weren't doing that much crazy. They weren't doing all that crazy either when they first came out. They're like at 300, high 200s. Now they're touching like at mid 300s, some touching even 400 depending on sizes. I mean, to think that the military blacks are doing crazy amount of numbers, like these are doing like mid 400s, high 400s. So I mean, I would think these would do better, but I'm just saying they made a lot of pairs. So I wouldn't also be surprised if it take a little bit longer. I honestly think the best bang for your buck hold will be the GS sizes. Because the GS sizes, especially if you go for like a size 6, 6.5, and a 7, I barely touch size 5 and 5.5, and I stay away from size 4 and 4.5. I don't really like those sizes. But like GS sizes right now, they're not doing anything. They're like at basically, you're losing money to sell it back. They're basically at 170, 180. So like I said, again, you're barely breaking even if you're selling the app today. But I actually think this is probably gonna be a faster hold and a best bang for your buck hold, because these, to me, these are a no-brainer, at least 250 very soon. Even in the next few weeks, in the next few months, I think these things are going to do very well. Matter of fact, I mean, I plan on actually doing a little investment on these. I might do some investment on the Reimagined men's. I'm just waiting for the good price point. I mean, obviously guys, if you don't have the capital, do not hold. Obviously, I would definitely quick flip, especially the day after release date. That's gonna be your best time to sell. It's probably gonna be its highest price point, so I would definitely quick flip it right after the release date. And just beware, because the next few weeks, once everyone get all their pairs from Nike and everyone's picking up their pairs and all the leftover pairs and the hype kind of dies down, you're gonna start to see the price go down, and then it'll probably end up just being a lot lower. So definitely quick flip if you guys can, at least on day one. Make as much as you possibly can, and then once in the next few weeks, start to buy it back for a lot cheaper price. Maybe hold, and I think they're gonna do very well. And if you have the capital, I would probably hold a couple pairs here and there. I actually plan on doing some investment on the Reimagined Bred 4s, and also especially even on the GS sizes. I think that the GS sizes will sell very well, especially at sneaker shows and sneaker events. The men's, you can sell them all day, anywhere, and you'll be good to go. Anyway guys, that's just my little thing that I plan on doing. You know, obviously guys, when I make these videos and when I tell the advice that I give you guys, this is what I plan on doing. So like, obviously I don't have a crystal ball. I cannot tell the future. Sometimes I get things wrong, sometimes I get things right, but I'm usually pretty good at it. You know, I usually use my past experience, and that's what I go for from a lot of these videos, all right? So just try to help you guys as best as possible, either to buy now or to sell now. Anyway guys, hey, just want to say I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if it's your first time here, comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on my social media at German Chris on IG, sometime on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. I'm also on TikTok. Anyway guys, appreciate y'all, love y'all. I'm German Chris. Peace.